Good morning, year six. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend and I'm looking forward to your last week before half term. So getting straight onto our 5 a day, just make sure when we're doing our percentages of amount, we're still using a fraction to work that out. So what is a 25% as a fraction? That would be 1/4, so then we'd be looking at 1/4 of 320. Remember, when we are finding a fraction of an amount, we divide by the denominator and then times by the numerator. Similar ones on there, so I think we should be okay with this one for Tuesday. Wednesdays, 5 a day, be careful on this one. We've done our angles in a triangle and we discussed that and said that all of our angles add up to 180 degrees. This shape here is a quadrilateral, four-sided shape, and we must remember that our angles add up to 360 degrees in that. So using that knowledge, you should be able to work that one out. Remember, when we're adding our fractions in the top right there, that we make our denominator the same. Should be okay with these ones. This one down here, you don't need a mirror where it says about the lines of symmetry. It might help if you've got a mirror available to try that out, but you should be able to do it without. Let's see how you go. Okay, right, we're coming towards the end of our 4 operations book now. We've only got a few more bits to do. So we're looking at common factors and common multiples, and then primes to 100. So we must remember, in fact, we'll go on to my next slide. We must remember that prime numbers are whole numbers, so they can't be part of a number, and not a decimal fraction. They need to be greater than 1, and they can only have 2 factors. 1 being 1, and then the number itself. Okay, and we must remember that 1 is a special number because it's not a prime number, because it only has 1 factor, and a prime number needs 2 factors. Okay, the other bit we might need a little bit of help on is our order of operations. Remember, in the classroom we have it right up in the corner, our BIDMAS sign, where it tells us which order to do our operations. So we always prioritize brackets, then indices, then division, then multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So looking at the examples we've got on the board at the moment, 3 add 2 times 3, we would do the multiplication first because that takes priority. So it would be 2 times 3 is 6, and then we'd add on our 3, which is 9. And then the bottom one, brackets, is the most important there. That takes priority, so we must do the addition first because it's got the brackets around it, so that would become 3. Then we do our indices, and we've got 3 to the power of 2, so that's 3 times 3, which is 9. So it would be 9 subtract 3, and that would give us our answer. So you must remember to do things in the right order. Moving on to our English this week, we've got our next 5 workouts. We've been getting on with these really nicely. They are getting a little bit more difficult now. There's a few things that perhaps we haven't done as much of. So please remember to look things up on the internet. If you don't understand something, then ask an adult or use Google, try and work it out yourself. For our topic this week, we're going to have a look at trying to design a shield, a helmet or vase. Now I know some children, particularly those that were in school, have already had a look at a vase, so I would definitely be looking towards a shield or a helmet for those children, but those at home, feel free to choose which one you'd like to do there. You can use the websites that we've got on the sheet to research what some of them look like and the sort of patterns and styles that are on them. If you want to take it even further, you can try and make a model, just a cardboard model. You could try and make something out of Play-Doh, anything you've got. If you want to try and stretch yourself a little bit further and make it, that'd be fantastic to see. And I'll look forward to seeing those on Friday when we get together. Keep using our Prodigy, please. Still really going well on that. Our winners for this week, well done, Patrick. You're going to get some house points. You've come into 3rd place. That's brilliant work, Patrick. Dylan into 2nd. Nice to see you up there every week, Dylan. That's really good. And we've got a new entry this week. In at number 1, we have got Seb. So well done, Seb. Really good effort last week on your Prodigy. Okay, beat the teacher this week. We are going to be doing jumping jack. So make sure you've got a nice clear space. I'd recommend doing it in the garden, although it looks like it's going to be very cold this week. So you might want to find a bit of a space indoors, but just be careful that you're not bumping your hands on anything up high. So don't do it in a doorway or by any lights. And then in your 30 seconds, you've got to complete as many jumping jacks as possible. And you've got to make sure those hands hit at the top and you get your legs nice and wide at the bottom. For it to count as a full jumping jack, okay? And you've got to do as many as you can in 30 seconds. So have a good practice beforehand. You might want to work up to it and do your actual recording of your best jumping jacks on the Thursday. So use Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as a chance to get better and better and to practice every day, and then try and get your highest score on the Thursday and see if you can beat me. I managed to get 45. So you've got 45 to beat this week. I'm sure you can do it. Right, please make sure again we're keeping nice and active. We're going to get back together on Friday the 12th. That'll be the last Friday before half term, so I'm sure you're all looking forward to having a little bit of a break. Have a lovely week all, and we'll see you on Friday.